CBS 17 is your local election headquarters, and when voters head to the polls for local elections in September, they will have to show an ID.
And right now, the State Board of Elections is putting together some procedures, getting everything in place for verifying that identification. Today, the board held a public hearing to get feedback on it. CBS 17's Maggie Newland is live for us tonight after talking with the state elections director about this. Maggie.
Rod and Angela, this is one of more than 2,500 polling places here in North Carolina, and the state elections director wants to make sure they're all implementing the law in the same way. The State Board of Elections is asking for public comment as the voter ID requirement goes into effect across the state.
The goal is that, that everyone's treated equally and that the law is being applied the same for every voter in North Carolina.
State Elections Director Karen Brinson-Bell says requirements and exceptions are dictated by law.
It defines what IDs are permissible. It also talks about reasonable impediments. If someone's unable to get an ID, how we can still process that voter and cast their ballot.
The board is now determining procedures for voters to provide IDs and for them to be verified for both in-person voting and mail-in ballots. Brinson-Bell says the board has received more than 400 written comments and a few dozen comments during a virtual public hearing.
What's really helpful is to get constructive feedback. We had some folks who have been precinct officials or poll workers who have been out there interacting with voters, and they know the difficulties or the steps that we have to take to check someone in. And so constructive feedback about how we can make that procedurally smooth is always welcome.
But she emphasized that the Board of Elections can't change the law itself.
We listen to every comment, but at this point, the law is the law. If you have concerns about the law, that's something to take up with the legislature. If you want to talk about how we actually carry out these procedures that are defined by law, then that's what this public comment is about.
And the board is still taking public comment. If you'd like to submit a response, we have a link on our website, cbs17.com. We're live in Raleigh. Maggie Newland, CBS 17 News.
All right, Maggie, thanks.